to the moon, baby. Take a look at this absolutely massive news coming in. NASA's $25.4 billion budget for 2023 includes, of course, funding for second moon lander alongside SpaceX Starship. So they are officially moving forward with this in 2023. It's already allocated within the budget officially for NASA, not just the one, but also now another one alongside it. They are moving ahead extremely quickly with this. Absolutely massive news right here. There's no doubt this is going to be one of the most historic moments, not just for human civilization, but especially in the moment for cryptocurrency. I mean, for Dogecoin, having a Dogecoin actually being put on the moon is just going to be insanely awesome. So I'm extremely excited to watch that happen. And that's just the very beginning of the fun for 2023, which, by the way, we only have a short amount of time left until then. And of course, the pressure will be building. Matt Wallace, delete your channel, delete your channel, delete your channel. Well, you know what? It's time to say farewell. Tune in on the last day of the year. We'll say farewell. And of course, we'll have a lot of fun on my other channel as well, Matt Wallace Millionaire. If you want to check it out, just type in Matt Wallace Millionaire on YouTube. I cover Elon Musk and lots of important events that are happening in the world today. So go check it out, Matt Wallace Millionaire. And you can subscribe with the notifications on today. As you come to live, take a second to press the like button. One like equals one new individual coming into the live, and this is definitely a good live to do that as we're getting closer and closer to the end of the year. Only a matter of days left. It's insane. We also have, check this out, this is pretty crazy. We now have over 23,000 people coming to our Twitter spaces tomorrow. I'm hosting a space with a lot of prominent doctors about the situation in the world, which I'm not even allowed to talk about on YouTube, but we can talk about it on Twitter. So if you want to go see all of the information, all of the facts, I don't want to have this be a one-sided thing to one side or the other. I don't want this to be anything other than just simply information and you being able to see the truth that they've been trying to hide from us for so long. And there is a lot of truth that we're not allowed to talk about, which is kind of scary. That shouldn't be the case. Even if you want to disagree with someone, everyone should be allowed to put their positions out. And when you do this, when you ban stuff, it actually creates the exact opposite effect of what you want. And we tend to see even more extreme positions form because there's not the ability to debate and actually come to conclusions in the middle. And so that's why it's so important that we're doing the spaces. 23,000 people already coming. That number is growing extremely fast as more and more people sign up to go. One of the top spaces that's ever been done on Twitter. And also Mario Nafal, one of my friends, is also doing the space earlier that day. So I recommend you check his out as well. That'll be very interesting. His is at 10 a.m. my time, which is equivalent to 12 p.m. Eastern time. Then mine is at 7 p.m. Eastern time. I'm hosting it with some Dr. Simone, who's one of the most prominent doctors in the world, as a co-host, and a few other big names you've probably heard of before. And so we're going to be having a lot of interesting topics that we're talking about and interesting conversations there. Hopefully you'll learn a lot from it, at the very least. As you come in, OCHIT, Matt dropping the alien truth bomb, says, Haywood. I mean, hey, I'm going to mostly just give the floor over to these doctors who are way more knowledgeable about these topics than me. I mean, I do know some about it, and then there's some questions I have, and I just want to be able to really organize this space. I reached out to Simone actually not that long ago saying, hey, I want to kind of put together a space where we actually have people who have been silenced for so long, at least getting to say their opinions. Now, you don't have to agree or disagree with anything. Just simply listen and come away with new information. That's the important thing there. Anyway, to move on to the next big thing that we want to talk about, this is huge. Elon Musk is now saying that he is going to potentially buy Substack next, which is basically a direct publishing site that could compete with the mainstream media at an even higher level. I mean, he already owns Twitter. Twitter and Substack together could be big. He's open to the idea, he says, would make sense for Twitter to buy Substack and more tightly connect the two platforms. Twitter plus Substack creates instantly massive competition for the obsolete legacy corporate media. Pretty big deal right there indeed. Also, I think this is important to take a look at. Remember Elon Musk said, when Bitcoin passes 50% renewable energy when it comes to mining, he will accept it for Tesla again. And as we see here, BTC now at a staggering 59.5% of the total mining coming from renewable energy sources. Very good sign of progress indeed. 46% increase in efficiency just on a year-over-year basis, which is pretty awesome to see as well. So basically a lot of the new mining operations that are being set up are going directly with solar panels in many cases and other forms of energy like that. So we're not only in 2023 going to likely see Elon Musk accepting Bitcoin again for Tesla, which of course will come along with Dogecoin this time, there's no doubt about it. But then on top of that, we're going to see the moon mission. So if 2023 is not going to be the biggest year ever, then what the heck will? Very, very, very exciting to think about and talk about. BTC.com, by the way, also lost $3 million worth of cryptocurrency in a cyber attack. Just wanted to go ahead and mention this real quick. So if you are part of it, here's basically what happened. So they had a number of hackers coming in the cyber attack. Certain digital assets were stolen, including approximately 700,000 in assets, a value owned by BTC.com's clients. That is approximately 2.3 million in assets as well that were owned by the company. So a combination of customers' funds and funds that were belonging to the company, which is essentially the same thing as customers' funds in a way, gone. Now, it could be an inside job. That's always something that we're going to look at anytime something like this happens, but it's unlikely. That very rarely is the case. Most likely, it really is a hack here, and they're going to try to track these people down and serve justice on a piping hot plate, which is the only way justice should be served. No other way. Matt wants to play... What? Come on, Patrick. Come on. The Matt Wallace and Elon Musk jokes. Oh my gosh, they get better and better every time. Elon Musk and Matt Wallace sitting in a tree. MINNING DOGECOIN. First comes profits, then comes awesomeness, then comes Dogecoin to the moon. There we go. There's the rhyme. That's the new rhyme, my version of it. Also, I thought this was very crazy and interesting. I can't even read some of these words, so if I'm missing words, I'm doing that on purpose, because I can't read some of them on YouTube, or else YouTube will get mad at me. By the way, come on, YouTube. If Elon Musk bought YouTube, this platform would be significantly better. We could actually say things we want to say, but whatever. It is what it is. On New Year's Eve, everybody's into making predictions. Many come up with futuristic hypotheses as if competing to single out the wildest and even most absurd ones. Here's our humble contribution. What can happen in 2023? Oil prices. This is directly tied to cryptocurrency and Dogecoin, by the way, in a pretty significant way, because some of these predictions are a little bit too accurately put. I mean, I'm not... Yes, he's trying here to be exaggerative, but some of them are... What I mean by that is some of them actually could come true. It's not out of the question, and that's what's scary, because it shouldn't be something that's possible, but it actually is. Oil prices will rise to $150 a barrel. Gas will top $5 per one cubic meters. The UK will rejoin the EU. The EU will collapse after the UK's return. Euro will drop out of use as the former EU currency. My goodness. Poland and Hungary will occupy Western regions. By the way, that could be coming to the United States next. Occupy Western regions of the formerly existing Ukraine. That's a strange prediction, and I think that definitely... I mean, some of these are really off the rocker. I mean, who even knows where he's coming up with this? But some of them are actually a little bit scary, because they could happen. The fourth... What? Okay, that one's definitely... Okay, that one's... You know what? Here's what I did, actually. So I read this first part, and then everyone was retweeting and talking about the one toward the bottom, and so I didn't... I put this a little bit later in my show. Normally I read through everything really thoroughly, but I was going on tonight a little bit faster, and so I didn't actually read some of these. Some of these are a little bit ridiculous. I'm not even going to read. What even is that? I don't even... I probably shouldn't even read that. That's offensive, potentially. I don't know. I mean, if that does happen, we could be in big trouble. But it'll break out France. What was it? Oh, see, is he like... It seems almost like he's walking through what happened in WW2 there. What's going on here? Northern Ireland will separate from UK and join the Republic of Ireland. Civil, you know what, conflict will break out in the US and California, with Texas becoming an independent state as a result. This one, more likely to happen than the other ones. This is the one I was referring to that I read, which is scary, because, I mean, who knows? What if something like that actually does happen? It's not out of the question, right? If things keep going the way they're going. Now, of course, no one wants that. No one wants anyone to lose their life. We all want peace, right? But we may not have a choice. You know, that's what's scary. I certainly hope it doesn't. It could, though. And after the end, it will have been given to the GOP. Not exactly sure what he means by that. But then this is where it really could actually be accurate. Largest stock markets, financial activity will leave the US and Europe and move to Asia. There's definitely a lot of truth to that. As the US dollar continues to weaken, as a lot of companies in the US also weaken along with it, that could lead directly to people moving their money out of the US into other places. Why do you want to buy US bonds if you know the US is doing a really terrible job running its economy? You probably don't. And that's why I don't think a lot of people in my family who I talk to about politics, They debate all these random emotional issues. None of that matters. If your entire economy is going to collapse, then people are always talking about the wrong things because people treat politics these days like it's a sports team. I want my team to win, therefore I'm going to find out all the cool things, all the cool stats about my team. I'm going to find out this. I'm going to look at this on the positive way because it's my team, but that team's bad, so I'm going to look at them in the wrong way. Oh, their quarterback, he sucks, and my quarterback's good, and all this stuff. That's basically, is it any different than that? I don't see it. It seems like it is exactly that. The Bretton Woods system of monetary management will collapse, leading to the IMF and World Bank crash. Euro and dollar will stop circulating as the global reserve currencies. That's scary. That could actually really happen. Digital fiat currencies will be actively used instead. Now, that is the one thing that is promising and hopeful. He doesn't think it's going to be entirely shifted over to other places. I mean, for example, China right now, a lot of draconian measures, a lot of major drastic things that are hurting their economy and causing it to be in shambles and have problems. So why would people move over to China? Probably not. And a lot of the other countries are too small to get significant major investment like the US is capable of garnering right now. And so he believes it could be digital fiat currencies that actually end up taking the cake here and running with it. If that happens, holding Dogecoin will make you rich. Like extremely rich. We already know it's going to make you rich. This could mean it makes you extremely rich. If cryptocurrency really can truly take over the entire economy in 2023, not even just 2024, 2025, which is what a lot of people are predicting. If it happens in 2023, that would be the start of something massive because come 2025, it'll be even more expanded. It's going to continue growing at that point. So it's huge. And there was a note here. The Bretton Woods system was a fixed exchange rates existed between 1944. Oh, interesting. That's didn't lead to the collapse of IMF. Okay, so a little bit of a fact check there. But anyway, I'm Matt Wallace. This is Fast Stand, and I'll see you when Dogecoin goes to the moon.